Imagine it's 1 year from today, and we all agree that we're going to come back for a reunion. Not maybe, absolutely. We're all going to come back, exactly the same group of us, and we're going to come back for a reunion. Only we're going to share the things that have happened in our life during the last 12 months of our life. We're going to share what it is that we dreamed up when we were here at TEDx in October of 2016, and what's happening in our lives now, 365 days later. What would you love to be saying about your life? What would you love to say in the 4 areas where humans actually do create results? We live in a spiral universe. In a spiral, there's an ever upward pull of becomingness. A little blade of grass feels it as it presses through cement to become more of itself today than yesterday. A tree presses to the edges of itself to become more of itself today than yesterday. And humans feel the same thing. We just feel it a little differently. We feel it through longing, and we feel it through discontent. We feel a longing for greater freedom. We feel a discontent with certain circumstances and situations. And if we just keep breathing another 365 days, we will create results, because that's what humans do. And we create results in 4 areas. We create results in health and well-being. And you could look at your own results right now in health and well-being, but what would you love a year from now? Because if you keep breathing, you're going to have results in that area. Humans create results in relationships. Some of them are wonderful, some of them are deep, some of them are supportive, and some of them are not. What would you love in the area of your relationships? Would you love to bring that someone special in your life? Would you love to transform a relationship you're in? Maybe a relationship is on autopilot, and you'd love to have it go deeper. Humans create results in vocation, what we do with our time and talent, whether we earn income doing it or not. Because just by our beingness, we're doing something with our time and talent. Even if we think, I've made so many mistakes, I'm going to crawl in bed and put the covers over my head. What I create that day is covers over my head, day in bed. I don't get to not create out of my experience. And humans create results. Here we go. Humans create results. Humans create results in time and money, freedom or constraint. So if you think about next year when we come to the reunion, what would you love to be saying? You know, on my calendar the last 12 months, here's what were the evidences of more freedom for me in time. More freedom for me in the economic freedom where I could really go where I wanted to go, do what I wanted to do, but maybe even more importantly, and I believe it is, actually give to the things that matter to you. Provide some of the things for those that matter to you as well. Now, about 40 years ago, I got very, very interested in transformation. I was getting my undergraduate degree, and I cared deeply about kids. It's been a longing of mine for quite a while to become a school teacher. And while I was getting my undergraduate degree, I wanted to study everything I could in the field of transformation. And the purpose at that point was to help children discover a kind of self-esteem. So no matter what their circumstances, no matter what their situations, they could actually believe that they could become the person they wanted to be and achieve the things they wanted to achieve. I went on and got a graduate degree in counseling psychology. I earned an honorary doctorate. My first book, Building Your Field of Dreams, became a PBS special. I had the privilege of working with His Holiness the Dalai Lama over the course of 7 years, creating week-long conversations. I got to sit right next to him for a week at a time over 7 years, 3 different times. Conversations with world leaders about how to transform our world's results. I got very interested in how results happened and how to transform results. I had the privilege of speaking at the United Nations with the Martin Luther King kids and Gandhi's grandkids and creating a 64-day season for nonviolence, particularly teaching junior high kids about how to solve problems through acts of nonviolence and caring. And I've spoken at the UN 3 different times, one of them with Rosa Parks. And I was building my dreams. They mattered to me. I had the privilege of working and flying to Cape Town, South Africa, and meeting with Nelson Mandela. I had a deep dream to ask him the question, how did you transform your results? How did you be a man who gets sentenced to life in prison? You served 27 years in hard prison, and then not only do you get out of prison before you die, but you actually then become president of the country that sentences you to life. Who on our planet does this? How did you do that? What was going on inside of you? And that's been my quest and my interest and my deep longing so that I could transfer that and offer that to the people that I had the privilege of working with. I've had the privilege of working with tens of thousands of people around the world around changing their results.